Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Bourbon Pour. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Brian.
In today's episode, we're doing this kind of thing that Brian and I came up with, this concept, which is what are your 4 favorite bottles in these 4 different categories. So Brian, tell us what the 4 categories are.
So one would be your legacy distillery, the big monsters.
Yep.
Then maybe your favorite craft distillery, and then we did one that was going to be the distillery in your state. And then a favorite up-and-coming distillery.
Yeah. So what are your favorite bottles from all those 4 categories? So I think I'll go ahead and I'll go first, Brian. So for me, my favorite bottle from a legacy distillery, my favorite legacy distillery is Wild Turkey. And I'm going to go with Russell's Reserve 13.
Yeah. So kind of hard to go wrong. Hard to go wrong with that.
I don't think anybody's going to argue with that.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, my first bottle is from Jim Beam. So it'd be the Knob Creek 12. If you've followed us any at all, you know this is one of my favorite bottles, and it's just a good solid offering, and probably one of the better ones out there.
Yeah.
So
Knob Creek 12 was a bottle for me that everybody always talked about the Jim Beam, like nuttiness from Jim Beam, and I never knew what anybody was talking about until I bought that bottle and opened it up, and it's
you get it, but it's so smooth.
Yes.
Some of the lower Jim Beam products I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah.
But you get this one, and oh man, the age on this one, man, it's so
good. That's leaps and bounds better than any product that they have, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. So my favorite product from a craft distillery, and that can be a broad term. My selection is going to be this Chattanooga 91 proof. This is their basic offering, and I think that's phenomenal. I love everything that Chattanooga is doing there. I can't believe that this is aged greater than 2 years, and it has all kinds of flavor. I really like the proof point. It makes it for an easy sipper.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, and then so my favorite craft distillery would be the New Riff. We did a barrel pick with them and got to kind of know their products, and they got their slogan. Obviously, it's a new riff on an old tradition, mm-hmm. And I think they're doing a great job. They just knock it out of the park with their bourbons are good. Their ryes are phenomenal. Just they're not too far down the road from us, and just a cool place.
I was this close to picking New Riff. I was this close. I've just been drinking this one a little bit more lately. But I've also been drinking New Riff a lot more lately, and you could interchange those. Follow up with us next month. I'm probably going to say New Riff. So, all right. So my favorite bottle from a distillery in our state, we're from Indiana, and I'm going to go with this Hard Truth Sweet Mash Rye. I am cheating a little bit here. This is a single barrel, mm-hmm. So this is a store pick by our good friends in Seymour, Vat and Barrel, Tom Gray. The owner of that picked this barrel, and this is almost a 4-year mm-hmm. single barrel, and it comes in at 119.5 proof, and it is that's my favorite bottle produced in Indiana. It's excellent stuff.
It is solid, so definitely good stuff. So well, for my distillery in the state, I went with Starlight. This was the wheated. I picked that up there a couple weeks ago. It drinks so smooth, and with all the things that we did we did a barrel pick over there with our friends at Vic's, and kind of to tell I don't know if it's a funny story, but I always had a bad impression of Starlight. Mm-hmm. I'd had a couple of these offerings, and all along I thought they were Starlight, mm-hmm. and then all of a sudden I realized that it wasn't Starlight. So I'd had this bad opinion of Starlight because of another. It's in Indiana, but it wasn't good. And then I realized when I got down there, I was like, I love all these. I go, how did I do this? And I went back and found that bottle, and it was made by a different company. So to make myself look stupid, but ultimately, like I said, Starlight is doing some good stuff. Put out some great products. And like I said, this wheated is phenomenal.
Yeah,
so.
And I think that's a pick from Christian Huber, one of the distillers there. Mm-hmm. And as far as I know, our friend Tom Blanford, Tom, if you're watching, hello, said that's actually sold out. He went there to get it, and it's sold out. So anyway, good. So. And it's delicious. We're as native Hoosiers here. We are super, super proud of Starlight Distillery. So the final one, favorite up-and-coming distillery, this was kind of hard for me to pick just because I don't know how you really determine a up-and-coming distillery. So a couple of these could be, these right here could probably be considered up-and-coming. But for me, this is Blue Note. So this is Blue Note Juke Joint Whiskey out of Memphis, Tennessee. This is the uncut, unfiltered whiskey, bourbon whiskey. And Brian, this is probably really up your alley because this is 122.7 proof, and it does not drink like 122.7 proof. Excellent stuff. This is a store pick too.
Okay, sounds good.
Store pick by Ajax Turner. So I think it's a liquor store in Alabama, Tennessee, somewhere.
Okay, very cool.
So,
very cool.
Yep.
So, okay, well, mine. This one has already been mentioned. It would be the Chattanooga whiskey. This bottle that I actually brought was the rye, and that's the offering that put them on the map. And their rye, it's not a traditional rye. It is so crazy, all the different tastes that you get out of that. If you want an experience, get their rye. May not be your jam, but it's a chocolate. It's a s'more, and
we talked
mushroom, not marshmallow. But it is so good. They're on the smaller side, but they definitely are getting bigger. And everything they offer is good.
Yeah.
They're just solid. Their cash strength is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And like I said, you've been sipping on the 92 proofer or so.
91.
So
yeah, I think we did a bottle review of the Chattanooga rye, and we said that if you took like the chocolate malt balls and kind of made it into a graham cracker, made a s'more out of it, that's what you get out of that. I think everybody would have the opinion that Chattanooga is doing things completely different in the best way possible. So as you can see, they're the only distillery repeating here. So all right, so with that, that's our 4 favorite bottles from those categories of distilleries. Let us know what your list is, and if you have a YouTube channel, somehow you come across this video, we would like to see you do an episode in the same way. So don't forget to like and subscribe, leave us a comment below. And as we always end every single episode, when you're with your family and your friends, always share your whiskey.